This is my All About Me project by Reineke. I'd like to start off by talking about my family. This is a picture of me and my parents. I have two older siblings as well, but they are much older than me, and therefore I never lived in the same house as them while growing up. This is what my everyday life family looked like, me and my two parents. Therefore, I felt as if I was an only child when growing up. This is a picture of my mom and I. My mom's name is Deborah. She has always been such a strong role model in my life and has been my support system. This is a picture of my dad and I. My dad's name is Jim, but I've always called him Daddy. My dad has always pushed me to try my best and has cared for me like no one else. This is my sister Jennifer. She is 32 years old and is the middle sister of my family. Jennifer and I have become much closer as I've gotten older. We always have so much fun together. This is my sister Kristen. Kristen is 34 years old and is the oldest sister of my family. Kristen and I have also gotten closer as I've gotten older, but she's also played a motherly role in my life. This is my mama and my papa. They are the parents of my mom. I love getting to talk to my mama and papa every single week on the phone and love getting to spend holidays with them. This is my grandma and my grandpa. They are my father's parents. I don't get to see them as much as I would like because they live in Indiana, but I love them dearly. This is my nephew Harrison. Harrison is 14 months old and he has brought so much joy to my family. He is the son of my sister Jennifer. This is my niece and nephew, Ashley and Braden. Ashley is 14 years old and Braden is 10 years old. They are both the children of my oldest sister, Kristen. I love getting to go and visit them in Louisiana. This is my niece, Caitlin. She is the stepsister to Ashley and Braden, who I just showed you. Caitlin is a new addition to our family because my sister was remarried in August. I am the youngest sister of my immediate family. I am a daughter, a sister, a granddaughter, a cousin, a niece, and an aunt. My sisters are much older than me because they are from my mom's first marriage. We are still all very close. Because I grew up in my home like an only child, I became very independent. I always took responsibility around the house. My role in my family is so many different things, but everyone always says, I am sweet Caroline. I am 20 years old and live among a middle-class family. I am a Caucasian female and I can only speak English. I have lived in 4 different states. I was born in North Carolina, then I lived in Florida until I was 4, then I grew up in Louisiana until the 7th grade when I moved to Allen, Texas. I lived in Louisiana for most of my childhood and this has shaped who I am today. Moving to Texas was the best thing for me, and I would not be at Texas A&M if my family did not move to Allen. I am a Christian, and this shapes many of my values and morals. I believe I have multiple strengths when working with families. A strength I have is communication. Through various experiences, I have seen how communication between parents and teachers is essential to creating trusting relationships. I have used this knowledge to communicate effectively and clearly with any families I work with. I also think a strength I have is reliability. I have learned to always be there when a family needs me and to make sure I never let them down. This allows families to trust me and allows me to have a good reputation. I am fearful about reaching out to every family in my classroom. I hope to make every family feel comfortable and ask any questions they have about their student. I don't want to let any families fall through the cracks. I want to make a difference in many students and their families' lives. I am also fearful of not judging families for being very participatory in their child's education.
I was blessed with having parents who were always involved and set high expectations for me. I know many parents will not be like this, and I need to make sure I do not judge families. A stereotype I have is based on a person's race. I have grown up in a very traditional-minded household, and therefore I developed negative stereotypes about certain races. I hope to overcome these in the classroom. Another bias I have is connecting with students who come from a middle-class family better than my other students. This is natural because I grew up in a middle-class household, therefore I can easily relate to students with my same background. I hope to create connections with other students throughout my teaching career so I can be influential for every student. My goals for effectively working with families are having open communication, parent involvement in decisions, and presenting all available resources. I hope to have a strong communication system with my students' parents to make sure each family is knowledgeable on their students' progress and expectations for my classroom. I also want to ensure there is input from families on every educational decision made for their student. I hope to allow parents to be actively involved in all IEP meetings and conferences. I have had several different experiences of working with families. The pictures shown are of the family I currently work for. I tutored the boy Zach, who is 13 years old. He has Asperger's disorder, sensory processing disorder, and ADHD. He has challenged me a lot this year, but I have appreciated this experience. Through this experience, I have learned how to openly communicate between teachers and parents to ensure work is completed properly. I have also learned how important it is to build trust with parents, and being openly available for communication can be crucial. I have also worked with families as a nanny and have had responsibility of children from ages 12 months to 12 years old. I enjoy working with families, and this has helped me understand the similarities and differences each family may hold. Some experiences I need to have to be a better educator are sitting in on an IEP meeting and understanding the beliefs of cultures other than my own. Sitting in on an IEP meeting will help me understand how to communicate clearly to parents and be comfortable with planning my own IEP meetings for my future students. I also think becoming knowledgeable on the beliefs of other cultures will be extremely beneficial, as I will be striving to be culturally respectable as an educator.